I got this guy. It's real beat up. Looks like he tried to super glue the shell back together. Really beat up, but actual legitimate copy. He showed videos of it working. I picked this up for $40, which incredible deal. So we're gonna go ahead. I know it works. Full disclosure, I unboxed this on a live stream, but I know it works. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna show you a little bit on what this game file has on it, and we're gonna open it up and we're gonna reshell. I got a really special shell for it because this one's obviously it works. It's fine, but I think we can do something a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. We're gonna show you what this guy had on his save file, and then we're gonna do some things like clean up the cartridge and all that. I'll show you the insides and guts and all of that. So we'll check back in. You will have to forgive my filming setup. I don't have anything where I can like play this on a monitor or anything. So internal battery's dry. We're gonna fix that up. So it'll still play. I have looked at this before, full disclosure, but I wanted to show you. I think it's important to kind of show the history of the cartridge. So the guy's name was Jesse. He's beaten the game. He's got like 157 hours in here. So we'll first look at the party. Got a Latios. So I noticed something a little fishy. So first popped in here, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, this looks like a pretty standard save file. When I first loaded up, I was a little bit concerned because I thought maybe he had traded all his Pokemon away. But that is definitely not the case. I think he traded what he wanted because he was right next to a trade area. But he's got a pretty decent collection. Nothing too crazy. No shinies or anything. A couple eggs. You know, he's got, I don't know, like 5 Oddishes, which is a little bit odd-ish. But I'll show you. I bet you guys can figure out where it gets a little weird. And it's right about here. So he's got 1, 2. He's got 3 Zapdos, all level 52 with cleanse tags. This guy definitely was doing Pokemon replication glitch, like cloning glitch, because you see the experience points there, 180,732, and that matches. So if they just happen to be both, you know, the same Pokemon at the same level, there's not a real chance they'd have the same experience points. But yeah, definitely doing some Pokemon duplication glitches, which, you know, whatever. I did it as a kid. Whatever. And then we got the whole box of Mewtwo's. Bro was really into the Mewtwo, level 100 Mewtwo's with Twisted Spoons. But I believe that's pretty much it. So I do want to try to... Oh, you know what? Let's check the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that looks like a pretty standard... Oh, dang it. Looks like a pretty standard team. So, I don't know. I've never really messed with the Hall of Fame, but let's see. Let's see what he had in his item storage. Okay, literally basically nothing. So, yeah, I just want to kind of show it was on here. I do want to save some of the Pokemon off of here because I think it's kind of cool. I don't want to wipe this out and restart a play file and, you know, completely erase them. I know they're probably, you know, hacked or action replayed or whatever, but it just kind of feels wrong. Maybe I'll take like 1 or 2 Pokemon to kind of like honor the legacy of the game. But we're going to go ahead now and look and see what is inside. Now, obviously, the cartridge is pretty messed up. And there's an adequate amount of crud on there. That's always got to be the case. So we're going to go ahead and open her up. Got that lovely Tri-Wing. screws. That Nintendo love to use, try to keep us out. And oof, that battery is rough. I want to get that out of there ASAP. Ooh, in the back, there's definitely corrosion. That battery's definitely leaked on this board. So yeah, we're going to get this guy cleaned up, and we're going to get that battery out of there. Now I've got some replacement batteries right here. We're going to pop one of these guys out, throw her in there. That is our battery. So, yeah, that thing is rough. It's not even, I believe this is an aftermarket battery that they put on, because if you look at it, look how much solder is there. That doesn't look right to me. So yeah, we're going to get this guy out of here. We're going to clean this board up really well. I'm going to go ahead and grab my soldering iron and our solder wick and some flux. Get these. Yeah, that cartridge is pretty gnarly in there. Definitely seen better days. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we're getting this guy reshelled. So we're going to go ahead and let this guy warm up while we apply some flux. Oof. I definitely want to clean up this board really well, because this thing is pretty rough. Alright, we're up to temp. Ooh, we're actually going to lower that temperature down. We're going to put it about 350. So we're going to go ahead and come in, get that solder kind of moved around. There we go. You can see that solder clamp in the solder wick. Yeah, she's definitely looking rough. She needs to be rescued. There's a reason this was $40. But I mean, it works. It works, and it's definitely salvageable. Now the shell I got was almost 30, or it was about $30. It was almost the same price as the game itself, which, you know, incredible deal if you keep up on like retro game prices, especially Pokemon games. Like, they act like the things are made of gold. It's just the nostalgia costs, honestly. So we're gonna come in here. We're gonna pull up on this battery while we're heating that solder, just to get that pulled out of there. Of course, I put it right back down right before it cooled. Again, 2 times in a row. So that side should be good. Sorry if that's not in focus. Hold on. See if we can get that to focus better for you guys. I hope that was not terrible the entire video. Here we go, bam. So we got this out. We're gonna really make sure to clean this guy up. I'm gonna go ahead and shut our soldering iron off for now. Set that down, where I'll probably put my hand on it and burn myself. It'll be very funny. That'd be a nice thing to clip. So let's go ahead and get this guy cleaned up. And what we're gonna use to do that with is just a basic toothbrush. I bought this for this purpose, and some 91% isopropyl alcohol. So we're going to put a little bit of isopropyl on this toothbrush, and we're just going to scrub the whole thing. You know, I may lose some writing on the board and stuff, but man, this thing needs a cleaning. It's very important that if you do this, not to, we're actually going to get some alcohol in there, wipe up some of this gunk, some of this solder. very important to make sure that the rubbing alcohol you put on there, really make sure that it's dry before you put it back in, because you can short some stuff out. Now it dries very, very quickly, so I'm not super concerned. I'm going to come in with a fresh microfiber cloth as well. Clean this up really well. Dry it out. Make sure not to grab any of the stuff, any of the legs that may be sticking up. Now there is still some solder where the battery was at. I think that's okay. I'm not super worried about it. I do want to clean. There is still a little bit of a flux, which this is no clean flux, so I'm not also very worried about that either. So, one thing I like is that these boards are labeled. Shows your positive and negatives. We're going to go ahead and... Now you do have to bend these a little bit. I'm going to use this pair of tweezers to make them fit, because they have to have clearance over the chip right here. So you want it to just kind of rest on there. Okay. Sorry if I'm not in focus. I'm pretty excited. I've got another unboxing to do later today. This is not the right pair of tweezers to do this with, but they're working. So that's all that matters. Alright, I see that that's got contact with both sides now. Got a little spring to it, so it'll have a little clearance. I think that's what the intention was with all that built up solder on that side. So she's pretty dry when it comes to the alcohol. So there's no alcohol on there. That's also important. You don't want to set your board on fire or anything. Now what I like to do is I like to apply my solder and then set my battery down on top of it. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more flux. Flux will just make sure everything's staying where it needs to stay. Keep the solder from flowing out and getting on this chip. Not going to go too crazy because I do want to clean it up. I know it's no clean, but even if you have no clean solder, guys, it's always a good practice to make sure that, or no clean flux, it's always a good practice to make sure that there's as little on the board as possible. Clean up this soldering iron. And we're going to go ahead and set down. Make sure you guys are in focus. Make sure you guys can see. Have it focused. There we go. Sorry about the shaking. We're just going to set that down there. And we're going to put a little glob right there. Looks good to me. We'll check for any bridging later, which bridging means that the solder has flowed and touched another component on the board, and that'll cause shorts. Now I'm putting a generous amount here, pretty generous, just because I want this to go well. So whenever you take your batteries out, it's always good to kind of keep the orientation in mind. So I made sure to you can pretty much copy. I pulled it out like this. That's how it went like that. Pulled that out. We're going to put the other one the same way. And essentially, I'm going to use tweezers to get my big old meaty hands out of the way. We're just going to set that right on top. Really make sure it's oriented well. And what I like to do is I like to press down when I change my batteries. I'm shaky, sorry, I had a Red Bull. Right before this, apply a little bit of downward pressure. I like to press in that hole, let that solder come through, up and over, and then bam. And you can come to the other side and do the same. I am going to push that over a little bit. It looks like it's going to be fine. Now it's important you don't touch your batteries with your soldering iron. I've seen people do that very haphazardly. They'll like touch the sides and stuff, and that's just sketchy. So looks like we're actually gonna have this solder come over a little bit more over here, get pretty good coverage of it. I might need to add a little bit more solder to this side, I think. Yeah, we're gonna let that cool down. As I heat it up again. And we're gonna go ahead and come in and just top her off. Just plop a little bit more on there. You want it to be fairly generous, but you don't want it to bridge to any of the surrounding components. And you'll see whenever it solidifies, it kind of like gets matte colored. We're going to use the Q-tips. I like to use Q-tips for fine cleaning like this. That's why I always keep a bag of Q-tips in my electronics kit, because it's nice to really make sure you get the stuff out. Just get like a little basin of alcohol, dip it in, call it a day. Keeps you from putting too much alcohol on here too. So we're just going to clean up around the solder joints. I've done kind of a botched job on this side, but I think it'll be okay. I do feel a little bit of stickiness on the board, so we're going to go over it and clean the whole thing again. I think I spread out some flux. I think she's looking pretty good. It's not my prettiest solder joint, but it's not bridged. And it's definitely making connections, so that's all I care about. So we're going to real quick give this whole thing a good old clean. Get rid of any of that residual stickiness from the flux and whatever else this poor cartridge has experienced over the years. Got some rough spots on the back. They're kind of, definitely looks like she's been through some stuff, guys. This old girl's time for a new dress, so I'm going to set that over here, let that dry out, and I'm going to show you guys the shell that I got for it. We're going to go ahead and wipe up our workstation, any flux that's on there. It's always good practice to wipe up your work area, these silicone mats, whenever you're done. I made the mistake of not doing that one time and got a bunch of flux on one of my consoles. Not a big deal, mind you, but annoying, and it gets sticky, and you know, consoles are something you hold on to. So I got from Boxy Pixel this absolutely fantastic emerald green, like it was made for it. I'm sure there probably was emerald green aluminum shell for this. So full disclosure, at this point in filming, I do not have a sticker for this yet. Now, I'm kind of debating at this point. Wow, it's like these are milled down. You can see the mill marks and everything, the CNC marks, I believe. Really beautiful, really cool. So much precision in these. So I'm debating on laser engraving this, or getting this laser engraved. So go ahead and drop this guy in. It's kind of sketchy. Do I need to insulate this? It's a metal shell. I feel like I should. I don't know. They didn't say anything about it, so if I'm worried about it later on, we'll go ahead and maybe put some like insulative tape in the back. But this episode's not, well, I mean, this is like my first video. I'm definitely not sponsored by anybody. I'm not even monetized yet on here. But yeah, I debated on stealing the sticker off this fake copy because it's already peeling up. And I mean, it would be literally nothing to just come in and peel this off. I could. I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. But this sticker's kind of shiny and crappy, a little too glossy, as chat pointed out. Shout out to Arya Mist. So I think we're gonna leave it like this. If I'm not gonna laser engrave the label with the sticker on, or get like a really nice sticker, I'm gonna definitely laser engrave the back with. I saw someone had made a really cool custom emerald symbol. So we're gonna go toss that in. Let's see if she still works. Ruh-roh. Okay, there we go. Oh man. Okay. Fear a little bit there. So yeah, she's working. We're gonna see if it still gives us the dry battery message. Nope. And we're good. So we got that battery replaced. Everything is golden. I'm gonna come back if I'm gonna slap a sticker on it and do the laser engraving. I'll go ahead and edit that in, but this may be the end of this for now. Maybe I'll put a poll up on a short or something to see what would look better. Comment down below. Do you think I should get the label laser engraved on there, or do you think I should get like a high quality sticker and laser engrave the back? Because I'm probably gonna honestly laser engrave the back no matter what, but I think a laser engraved sticker on there. And then I finally have another copy of Emerald. That nostalgia quest has ended with this. I was gonna make an entire series about hunting specifically for Emerald on like at antique shops, resale shops, garage sales, etc., etc. But I think I'm gonna do that with the whole Pokemon series. I think I'm gonna collect all the Pokemon games from non-online sources. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, comment down below if you like this video. Somewhat tutorial, somewhat me talking. Here, actually, I'm gonna... Yeah, but yeah, let me know. Do you think this was a cool video? Kind of giving you a little history of Retro Raider himself. The Retro Raider. I don't know what to call myself. I may change my channel name. It's just temporary. But yeah, let me know what you think. Laser engraved, sticker. I'm definitely getting something laser engraved on the back. But it's really nice to actually have and hold a copy of Pokemon Emerald again. It's not these crappy. They're okay. If you just want to get the game experience, one of these is okay. I don't condone buying illegal cartridges. That's very wrong. Nintendo, please don't kick my door in. But yeah, really happy with this. Let me know in the comment section what you think I should do. Maybe I'll make like a little comment and you put the vote whether I should put a sticker or laser engrave it. But incredible deal I wanted to share with you guys, and a really cool copy now. All right, we are back, and it has been about a week and a half since the last video I recorded for this one video, and I got a sticker. It's not a very high quality sticker, mind you, and there's some issues, like I got a bubble right there and then tried to peel its corner up to fix it, and it's, you know, it's a little bit nicer than the quality of sticker on this one. This one's like shiny and crappy, and I don't know, there's something off about it. But this one's a lot higher quality, I think, but there's still issues with it. If you know a better quality aftermarket Pokemon Emerald sticker, let me know, because I think I want to do that. I might just get it engraved on if I can't find anything cool enough. But I could not stand having this be blank. It was really driving me nuts. And yeah, I think I still want to engrave some stuff on the back. I think that'd be really cool. There's a really cool, like, Rayquaza design I saw. But yeah, really like it. What do you guys think? I've been debating some people whether this increases or decreases the value of the cartridge, because it's a legitimate copy. You know, it's got a fresh, brand new battery, but now it's just in an aftermarket shell, which the shell funny thing about it. Pokemon Emerald, usually looks like this, right? It's this clear thing, clear shell, type of green, but this is what Pokemon Leaf Green comes in. So I believe they just reshelled it in this and put an actual legit copy of Pokemon Emerald in there. But it's definitely better than this, for sure. And it looks really nice. It's a really legitimate, really fantastic feeling cartridge. I think some of my other games, like I might buy like double copies of if I can find them cheap, Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission have custom stuff made for those. I think that'd be really sick. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a improvement? I mean, obviously it's an improvement from this, but do you think it's better than the original case? I know it's not see-through, but it's definitely cooler, I think. Let me know your opinions down in the comments section, and would you want this done to your shell? Do you think the transformation was a good one on this? Let me know in the comments, and see you in the next video.